What's up, guys? This is Rob of Black Hill Woodwork, and in today's video we're going to be turning, well, I don't really know what we're going to be turning. If you guys watch my previous videos, usually it starts off not on the road, that's for sure. Today's video we're actually going to be looking for some wood, trying to find a nice piece, and then we'll go in the garage and turn something. This whole video is going to be about where to find wood so that you could turn it and make something cool. So option number one, which is my favorite, go out in the countryside. If you got some country near you, go in the forest or something, drive around and try to find some wood on the side of the road. I've never had any issues with anybody, watching me take some wood from the side of the road, and usually it's been there for a while and they want it gone anyway. So that's what we're gonna do, but there's a bunch of different options. So let me start listing them out. Another option, which is one of the best options, I think, is Facebook Marketplace. Go on Facebook Marketplace and type in wood. When you type that in, I almost guarantee you 100% of the time that there will be so many different options of people giving away free wood because they just want you to take it. So check that out. Another option is going to construction sites. If there's any construction going on near you, usually they're tearing down a few trees or a bunch of trees. You could go by there, stop in, say, hey, I'm a wood turner. I see you guys have some wood. Is it okay if I could take a few pieces? Usually they'll say yes, and usually they'll let you take as much as you really want. Another option, which I've done in the past that worked, is I actually called a business, a tree business that cuts down people's trees and they turn it into, I think it was mulch and firewood, things like that. I called in, I said, hey, I'm a wood turner. I just wanted to know if you guys have any wood for sale. They were kind of surprised because they never got a call like that before, but they said, yeah, sure, come by. You could take as much wood, just bring $20. I went, I gave them $50, and I'll tell you what, I got a lot of wood and some pretty cool pieces too. I mean, they have so many different species. It's almost like a store. You could pick whatever species you want. I got some spalted stuff, there was burls, there was a bunch of different options. So those are the main options, I guess, for finding wood. At least green wood, not going online and buying some hardwood that's so expensive. I mean, if you buy wood online, 9 times out of 10, it is just going to be so overpriced. And guys, I mean, there's wood everywhere, just go around and find it. You do not need to buy any wood. I don't think I've bought wood in months. But we're gonna be going with option number one, and we're gonna try to find some wood. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, but to the right there, there's a whole stack of wood on that farm. If I really wanted to, I'm sure I could go over there and ask, and they'll be like, yep, go ahead and take whatever you want. But we're actually just gonna be looking in the forest, driving around, and let's see if we can find something cool. All right, guys, I think we found our piece. Let's go out and check it out. Yep, let's take one of these. So we got the piece of wood in the trunk, guys. Going back to the garage, we're gonna make something. I just wanted to let you guys know that if you don't feel comfortable, finding wood on the side of the road or anything and, taking it, I did list a bunch of other options you guys could do. I do not recommend going on, someone's property in their backyard and taking wood. All the wood that I usually get is just right here, right on the side of the road, been there for years. Nobody cares if you take it. But even then, you still got to be careful because, I mean, somebody owns that property. I don't know if it's, someone's house or the county, but I've never had any issues getting it from the side of the road. Just be careful if you're doing, or if you're taking this route, because you definitely don't want to go on someone's property and they don't know who you are, and who knows what could happen. So be careful getting your wood. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, get it from Facebook Marketplace, call some construction guys, call some tree services. There's a bunch of different options. But yep, we got the wood. Let's go back and make something. All right, guys, we're in the garage, and here it is. I don't know how big it looks in the camera, but this thing is pretty big. It's pretty heavy. I'm struggling right now. I believe it's white oak. That's what it looks like to me. White oak or walnut, I don't know. I think white oak. You guys know me, I never know. Let's go ahead, get the chainsaw out, cut it in half, and then make a bull blank. Protect your feet, wear Crocs. All right, let's see what we're working with. Whoa, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty awesome, actually. Was not expecting that grain. All right, let's go to the bandsaw, make a bull blank. All right, guys, here it is. Look at that spalting right there. Just the grain in general looks crazy. I am some spalting over here. I'm super excited to turn this thing. Cleared away the bark right here for a good connection. No more talking, let's start. These are not even at all. I don't need it perfect, but that was just too uneven. You know what? That actually looks pretty good right there. Let's tighten it up. Okay, let's see how she runs at 400. Runs pretty good, you know. It's actually pretty balanced. So I think we're actually gonna start off at 400, then work our way up once it balances out perfectly. I'm gonna turn up the speed a little bit. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, guys. No. I was gonna say that the bark was on so well. It just flew off. Oh my gosh. That is so unfortunate. No, luckily that didn't actually hit me. What could he do? I could glue it back on, but I'm not gonna waste my time. This thing's definitely cutting. I'm not really used to it still, but it's working. It's probably bigger than my roughing gouge, but can't complain. Just work that side, flatten the bottom a little more, make the tenon, then we'll see what it looks like. All right, we're getting there. I'm gonna switch over to my other bowl gouge. Just because, I don't know, I think I used this enough. Definitely good for like the roughing part. Man, I'm just still thinking about that bark coming off. All right, back to Old Faithful. Now would you look at that? That is clean. I'm gonna keep it just like that. Just work on the bottom now. Okay, let's flip it around, hollow it out. All right, we flipped it over, let's hollow it out. I'm gonna be using some tailstock support just for a little bit so I don't need it anymore. And eventually I'm just gonna take off all this bark. Like I said, super unfortunate. I don't even know how that thing came off. I wasn't even turning when it came off. I mean, it seems like it's super glued on here. That's how tight this bark is. So I don't understand it, but just like in my last video, either the whole rim has bark or it doesn't have any. So starting at 1,000 RPMs. All right, let's take a look at this thing. My gosh, that spalting is awesome. I guess I could take this off, sadly. Oh man, actually is coming off pretty easy now. What? All right, well, here's what it looks like. Obviously I gotta finish off the bottom, make it a little more concave, but it looks super cool. Hopefully I don't turn away any of this spalting, because that is just incredible. If you guys know me, you know that spalting is my favorite thing you could find in wood. I mean, it's, look at that, that's awesome. So let's make our finishing cuts, make it a little more concave, then we'll be done turning. All right, and there it is. Sand this thing 80 to 400, put some Yorkshire grit on, some finish, and then we'll see what this whole thing looks like. All right, you guys ready for some magic? Because I'm telling you, this Yorkshire grit really is magic. Look at that grain. I have this Scotch-Brite pad, the very fine one, the white one. And let's buff this thing out. Man, that looks awesome. Let me get these wings on the inside and the outside. Then we'll flip it around, take that tenon off. All right, time to take the tenon off. But look at that grain first, guys. This is just insane. I was thinking white oak, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever turned oak with this kind of grain pattern or this much spalting. Look at that. You guys let me know what you think. Remember, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars for nice wood. You get it for free. If you're doing this to take the tenon off, the same method, make sure your lathe is going almost at the slowest speed possible. I'm going at 400 RPMs, and I still think that's even too fast. I would go slower. Just like that. All right, let me go sand up this middle part right here on the bottom, and then we'll apply some finish. So we finished up the bottom. Now let's put on some tried and true. See this thing pop. Wow. Incredible. Look at the outside of that, or the bottom. You know, I was pretty upset that the bark came off, but there's some spalting along the rim. I think that looks so cool too. Look at that. So I'm gonna let this sit for an hour, then wipe it off. I'll show you guys the final results. But if you guys stay this far into the video, thank you. I appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for future videos, all that stuff. Thanks and peace. But before I go, guys, I looked at a statistic and it says that 95% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Come on, guys. Hit that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. All right. See the final results.